Welcome to episode 16 of the Soulful Menopause podcast. Today's episode is a fun and intuitive goddess card reading for you. Yes, you get to think of a question and then choose a goddess card, which will hopefully provide some inspiration and insight into your life. Welcome to the Soulful Menopause podcast. Discover how to transform the chaos of menopause into vibrant health and a soulful life you'll love. I'm Sally Love, natural nutritionist and soul wisdom coach. I want you to experience a soulful menopause that'll guide you into the best years of your life. Well, hello there, Fire Moon Goddess. I am back after a month of travelling to the UK to see family and friends. And I also went back to my beloved Italy and visited Florence, which was the city I was living in before I came to live in the States. So I am at the moment preparing for my next podcast, which I'm very excited about because I learned something from revisiting my past. I'm going to be bringing back a talent of mine from the past into the present. And I'm going to talk about what that talent of mine is on my next podcast episode and how it can help you through menopause. So I'm really excited about that. But what I wanted to do in the meantime is I thought it would be fun to do a little intuitive insight for you today. So I've got my beautiful goddess cards with me. And I have just shuffled them and I have laid them out on the table in front of me from left to right. So the one on the left is number 1, the one in the middle is number 2, and the one on the right-hand side is number 3. Now, what I'd love you to do right now is to think about something, some area of your life that you would like some guidance on. Now, it could be something very simple, or maybe you just would like to have some guidance in your life at the moment on anything that you need to look at with regard to your menopausal journey right now. That would be a good one. That leaves it very open. But you could choose a very specific question. So have a think about what that is for a moment or two. And when you have your question in mind, I would like you to have a blank mind and ask yourself, do I want card number 1, 2, or 3? And I want you to take the first answer that comes to your mind. No changing your mind, because we do that. Your intuition is the first hit, the very first hit that you get. Okay, so you may need to pause this podcast. What if you want some space to have a think about what your question is? Then when you're ready, is it card 1, 2, or 3? And now I'm going to reveal which each of the cards are. So card number 1 is Mart or Mayat or Mahat, or there are loads of other ways of pronouncing her name. She's actually an ancient Egyptian goddess. Now, she stands for truth, for law, order, and justice. And she's always depicted with an ostrich feather, because what she did was she would weigh the hearts of the newly deceased with this feather to see how light or heavy their heart was. And then if the heart was light against the feather, then that person would gain entry into paradise. So Mart is very much signified with scales, finding a balance and judgment as well. So it may well be that some form of judgment could be showing up for you at the moment. And I would ask yourself, if you chose card number 1, are you judging yourself too harshly? Now, we do this so much during menopause. We look in the mirror as our bodies are changing, and we tell ourselves some terrible things that we would never tell anyone else. So one thing I love reminding myself of this in this circumstance is to, if you find yourself doing that, just go, okay, would I say that to my beloved friend? No. Okay, I wouldn't. Right, so I need to change how I say that to myself. It could well be that you're expecting too much of yourself. Maybe you're pushing yourself too hard. You're not treating yourself with love because you're judging yourself, thinking, I should work harder, I should be more successful. Whatever it is that you're judging yourself with, and you're not accepting and loving yourself as you are right here, right now, the perfect you right here, right now. Okay, so just have a think, is that something that maybe you're doing? If it's not, are you feeling judged by others? Or maybe you are judging others as well, and that's a little habit of yours. You think, okay, yeah, I need to pull back a little bit from that and be a little bit more aware of when judgment comes up. And here you are, making sure you're not going to judge yourself for judging. So you don't want to go, oh, I'm a terrible person, I judge everybody. We're human beings. We do it. It's part of our everyday existence, but it helps if we can recognize when it comes up and then turn that thought around. So don't judge yourself badly for judging others, because as soon as you become aware of it, you can change it, and then that is fantastic. So during menopause, we do a lot of weighing out the pros and the cons, processing what's good for us, what isn't good for us. It's a part of a process. And so it's part of this huge review phase that we go through of really, what do we want to leave in the past? What do we want to carry on into this new future? And so we really take time to take stock of our lives during menopause. And it could well be that during that process, maybe right now, you're feeling stuck with that. You're not sure what's nourishing for you. You're not sure what's really draining for you, or maybe you are, and there's loads of these things going on that's not really sitting very well with you at the moment. Things about life where you're getting too stressed, for example, or you're in a relationship that's just got so many arguments in it at the moment, it's just too much for you, or things are feeling heavy in some other way. And if this is what's going on for you, you may find that you'll gain some clarity by putting it down on paper, because when there is so much going on in our heads, we can't see the wood for the trees. We get caught up with all of these conflicting thoughts and feelings that travel around our heads. And if we're not putting it down on paper or getting it out of our bodies, it just ends up being all cluttered in the head. It's like a drawer where you keep stuffing stuff into, and eventually it's just going to be too stuffed of things. You can't find anything in there. So to just help you declutter from that, what you can do is, on a piece of paper, have 2 columns. One column on the left, I usually do, is the nourishing and light side. And on the right side of the paper is the draining and the heavy side. Now, if intuitively it feels the other way around to you, do it that way. But you've got 2 columns. One which is headed nourishing and light, and another column which is headed draining and heavy. And all you're going to do is take your time to write down all the things in those columns about your life that's either nourishing and light or draining and heavy. And it really helps you just to see things in black and white on paper. And, it gets it out of your head. It gives you a sense of clarity. And you can be then a little bit like Mart, where you are weighing things up. And then it will be really interesting because you may get some little insights coming up, and you may end up moving one thing from one column over to another column because you can see how you can transmute it instantly. So it's a really fun exercise to do. I really hope that that helps you. If you chose card number 2, you chose Bast, who is the ancient Egyptian goddess of cats. So yeah, we got 2 ancient Egyptian goddesses here. So Bast is usually seen as, if you see any depictions of her, she usually has a cat's head, or her whole body could be a whole cat. So cats were very sacred to her. So I'd question whether you have a connection to cats. Do you have any memories of cats in your life? What do cats symbolize for you particularly? But she also symbolizes play and fun and music and dance. So choosing card number 2 is asking you, how can you bring more play into your life? Now, at menopause, we easily get caught up in this chaos that goes on. You know, we have difficult emotions coming up. We have challenging health issues, challenging bodily changes. You know, it can all get too challenging at times. And so if we can remind ourselves and build into our lives times when we can actually step into play, then that will really help to lighten the load. And it really helps you to get a new perspective on life. And it can increase your energy levels, decrease stress, which is a killer for so many reasons. So just really bringing play into your life is what Bast is asking you to do right now. Now, you may want to ask yourself, what does play mean to you? What would play look like for you? And how can you bring that into your life? One thing you could do is take some time out to organize a light-hearted play date with friends. Perhaps friends that are also moving through menopause, maybe they could do with some light-hearted play. You know, what would be fun and playful for you to do, either with one or a few friends of yours? And this might be a beautiful way to support each other as you're moving through menopause by getting together maybe once a week or once a month for a play date. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Or maybe you want to take time to discover what other activities would be playful for you, and then just do it. You know, even if it's just something as simple as putting your favorite music on in your living room and dancing your feet off. So, Bast is saying it's time for you to play more. Yay! Okay, now if you chose card number 3, you chose Pele or Pele, and once again, other ways of pronouncing her name. Pele is the Hawaiian volcano goddess. So, this is a very powerful card you've chosen here. Things are bubbling up inside of you, aren't they? They've been bubbling up inside of you for a while now. So maybe this is the perfect time for you to explore how you can positively let go of all that stuff that's been bubbling away inside of you and find a way in which you can fully express yourself. You know, think about this volcano exploding. You know, what awakening, what transformation is waiting for you. This is a time when you are waking up. You are waking up out of some dormant state. Some part of your life has been dormant for a while now, and it now needs to be woken up. Things need to be activated. The ground beneath you needs to move a bit. Things need to be shaken up. Things are being stirred up, maybe. You know, perhaps You need to be given this as an opportunity to get rid of what needs releasing from your life right now. What's not working that you just need to poof, just explode out of there. And Pele really symbolizes what the fire moon goddess is about. She's awakening. The fire is really burning up what's no longer needed in your life. The flames of transformation are raging now. Perhaps you've been having really loads of hot flushes and they've been uncomfortable for you. Perhaps you've actually been resisting your hot flushes or wanting to suppress them in some way. Now, if you have, and that makes sense to you, then please do listen to my podcast episode number 8, which is entitled 5 Ways to Harness the Power of Your Hot Flushes, because that will help you tremendously. So this card, Pele, the goddess Pele, the volcano goddess, is all about that coming up to the surface. Harness your beautiful power. It's time for you to claim your power, claim your boundaries. And I've got a couple of questions here that you may want to journal on. The first question would be, how does my life relate to a volcano right now? Now, it could well be that at the moment things have been dormant for a while and things need waking up. Or maybe things are rumbling away inside of you and it feels really uncomfortable, but you just don't have any idea of how to release it or how to move on from here. Or maybe right now you are exploding, volcano, and it's time for you to embrace your creativity. It's time for you to express yourself more. And another question you can ask yourself and journal about is, what talents, strengths, or other aspects of myself are ready to be seen and heard? Okay, I hope you really enjoyed your card. I hope that that's given you some food for thought. I would love to hear back from you as usual, so please do leave your comments for me in the review section. And then also I just want to let you know that I am offering a free magical forest meditation for you. So if you haven't got that already, grab it right now, because it can help you with your sleep. It can help to reduce anxiety and create some beautiful peace in your life. And it is totally free. It's called the Magical Forest Meditation. You can download it for free right now from my website, soulfulmenopause.com. To find out more about how you can live a soulful menopause, please visit soulfulmenopause.com. I'm really looking forward to being with you again soon. Bye for now.